I'm Zach Elton.
And I'm Kurt Madison.
And this is our video on the Ganges River pollution. So this is the Ganges River. As you can see, it's outlined in blue.
And it goes on the northeastern part of India, and it empties into the Indian Ocean.
So here's some basics on the Ganges River. The Ganges River is a 1,569 mile long river flowing across India and Bangladesh into the Bay of Bengal.
It is slated as the third largest river in the world.
It is known as the goddess Ganga to its worshippers.
Studies have shown that the Ganges River is capable of decomposing organic waste faster than any other river in the world, as much as 25 times faster.
And over the past few years, people have attempted to clean the river, but they have failed because their attempts have been a little bit weak.
Whee!
So, some problems with the Ganges River.
You can see there's some people over here and a bunch of dead plants and trash over here. There's even a boat. Maybe you're trying to clean stuff up with that boat. Not very good boat for cleanup, though.
So, the main cause of water pollution in the Ganges River is the increase in population density. Recently, around the Ganges River, more and more people have been populating there, more and more families have been producing more offspring, and more people just means overall more trash. And what are people doing with their trash? They're doing the same thing that businesses are doing. They're throwing it into the Ganges River, thinking that it's going to solve all their problems, that they're not going to have to handle it. The Ganges River is going to break it down for itself, and that's really bad for the river.
Even if it is good at breaking it down.
Maybe. Another cause of pollution in the Ganges River is human activities such as like bathing, washing clothes, cooking, cleaning. You know, more people keep moving to the Ganges River around there. That means more people have to take baths and showers, more people are washing their clothes, and there's much more mouths to feed, and with cooking comes a lot of waste. Food will be thrown away, and where does that food go? It goes in the river. Clothes, the dirt from the clothes, dirt, bath water, it all gets dumped out into the river, and it's just a really bad idea, and it's a high source of pollution. Another cause of pollution in the Ganges River is bathing waste of animals. The Ganges River is the main water system in the area, and a lot of animals and even plants call it their home. Animals that live in there have to take showers just like humans. They clean themselves, they eat, all their waste goes in there, they poop in there. Other animals, land animals, put bacteria in there, all that type of stuff, so that does not help the river at all. And another big reason for pollution in the Ganges River is dumping of various harmful and industrial waste into the rivers. Like I said, Ganges River, main water source, that means mines, businesses, everything's located right around the river because that's where they get their water. And those businesses are very careless with their waste. They throw the waste runoff right into the river. Everything that's produced by those mines are just thrown into the river because they don't think of throwing it anywhere else. So lastly, another reason for pollution in the Ganges River is because many religious beliefs and traditions are held in there. So in the Ganges River, almost 2 million people every year have a sacred bathing in there to cleanse their sins, so it's said. They believe that their sins get cleansed, and while they're having a bathing in there, they eat, they go to the bathroom, they have parties, they drink, and they don't clean after themselves very well. Like that picture showed at the beginning with all the trash on the side of the river, that's most likely coming from people bathing in there, people having their cleansing in there because they don't clean up very well.
Shown by this video. Okay, as you saw, they are quite interested in bathing in the river.
So now that we've gone through some of the problems, let's get to some of the effects.
Such as this dead animal right here. This kind of looks like a plastic bottle. Interesting. Okay, so some of the effects: farmers use the water for irrigation, and that leads to crop damage. Using any bad quality of water will do that, not just the Ganges River water. And most of the time they do it because there's no alternative, or they do it because they think they're using fresh water, but they're actually not. And when people eat that food, they get sick. And when other species eat that food, they get sick. It's just bad. And speaking of those other species, they're being put at risk. Some of them use the river to basically survive off of. So there's a bunch of amphibians, fish, and some birds that live exclusively in India. Depend on the Ganges River for their survival. And when it gets polluted, they suffer. They can't live the way that they should, and whatever's in the river may even mutate them, so they'll have mutated offspring. And then they got a bigger problem. And industries can get fined for putting out badly polluted water. So when they put out the polluted water and they get caught, they have to pay the entire cost of cleaning the river. Whether that cleaning actually gets accomplished is up to the government, but they pay the money too, so they may as well clean it.
Yeah, true.
And a certain number of parts per million in the water is too much, and that's how they set the regulations. And as you saw in the video, when they're bathing in the water, people can drink some of the water, which can make them very sick with various diseases such as dysentery, which is an infection of the intestines and give you really bad diarrhea, guinea worm disease, which is one of the most disgusting parasites there is, and typhoid, which can give a person a rash, a fever, stomach pains, a headache, works. And that can even kill them in some cases. And now on to the solutions. You can see people cleaning here. This boat doesn't seem big enough to hold the waste.
No, they don't seem to be making a great effort to clean, but at least some effort's better than none.
Yeah. And the problem is if this boat capsizes, then that waste is just back where it started.
Yeah. So, some solutions. So, legislation could be added banning the pollution of the river. So, like we've talked about through the video, more and more people are moving in, more trash, more waste, all those businesses dumping everything into the river. So, banning pollution of the river would be huge for the river. That would be probably the biggest solution right there. All the pollution in the river is used in drinking water, it's used to make food, it's re-put all back into the ecosystem. So, banning the pollution would be a really good thing.
There are mass information sessions as well, which inform the public of what they're doing. And here's a sort of mockery of one. Hi, my name is Kurt, and I'm here to inform you of what you're doing to the Ganges River, or the Ganga River, based on what they call it. And you're doing this, this, and this, and you can fix it by doing this and this. And you can help prevent the pollution of it in the future by doing this and this. And not that, but it can certainly improve morale.
So the country could hold a cleanup effort. Excuse me. A cleanup effort, not even that often, every couple years, every 2, 3, 4 years would be huge for the river, because that river waste just keeps getting dumped in every day, all constantly. So if you really think about it, that river has not been cleaned in a long, long time. So just refreshing the water quality every couple of years could be huge for the river.
They could find other places to get rid of the waste, such as a landfill. You could, or when you build a landfill, you want to have clay soil, and you'll need something for catching the toxic things that rainwater can pick up when the landfill isn't full yet. You've learned about that already.
Yeah.
And you've got to make sure to bury it once it's full, so the smell doesn't annoy people to death.
Another solution is a sewer system to catch runoff. Those businesses that run off all their trash into the river, and people that just slide their trash in there, a sewer system to catch runoff could catch the runoff to go through the river, and it could relocate it somewhere else. That could be a really good thing, but at the same time, if the runoff leaks into the river, then it's really not doing any good. So it has to be performed properly if that were to happen.
And then the final, second best solution is building water treatment plants to stop the problem altogether. So water treatment plants, of course, treat the water, clean it, they screen the water, just getting all the big stuff out, and then they get all the smaller stuff out, and then they use bacteria to kill anything alive, and then they use UV light or maybe something else to kill all that bacteria, so the water is safer for things to live in, and it's just cleaner in general. And of course, you're going to have to invest a bit of money into the practice, but the amount of effort it saves and money, especially in fines, can
add up to be good over time.
Yeah, it'll be great for the long term. So that is the Ganges River.
There's our sources.
If you want to learn more, you can go visit these websites, and we thank you for watching our video. And we'll see you next time. Take 3.